My name's Emma Rose. I'm 15, I attend Wairarapa College and I'm in Year 10.
My name is Braden One I'm 14 and I'm in Year 10 at Wairarapa College.
Corbin Allen, I'm 14, I'm a Year 9 at Wairarapa College.
I am Liam Torville, I'm 13 years old and I'm a Year 9 at Wairarapa College.
I'm Ruby Edwards and I'm 14, I go to Wairarapa College and I'm Year 10.
Something I hear a lot about climate change is how it's melting the ice caps and it's taking away homes from animals, burning rainforests and raising the sea levels.
I don't know too much about climate change, but I do understand that it's having impacts, devastating impacts around the world, such as extreme weather. In certain countries there are typhoons and flash floods which are being caused by climate change.
I don't know too much about climate change, but I know that it is affecting our Earth. The weather is changing. Hot weathers can make droughts and it is hard for some people to live. And I know that ice caps are melting.
I hear a lot about climate change and I know that it's a threat to our way of life and all the wildlife that we have in New Zealand. I have heard about global warming and how this last decade has been the warmest on record, and the sea levels are rising around the globe, and we have learnt about that in Timor-Leste, that they are finding it very hard to live with the sea levels rising.
I think I know enough about climate change to know it's a threat to animals, and it's definitely more storms, more severe storms, and more melting of the ice and the poles.
A few of the man-made causes are from planes, cars, rubbish. I think that's a big one. A lot of the dumps, just massive areas, I think that contributes a lot to the carbon emissions.
I think that industrialization is a main cause of climate change. Lots of businesses are putting out carbon emissions. Also, people are driving cars which give out carbon, which is contributing to climate change.
I think the main causes of climate change are cars and burning of fossil fuels.
Some of the man-made causes are like landfills and rubbish dumps and carbon emissions.
I think climate change will have a big effect on my future because not only are we losing a lot of animals, but we're losing a lot of our land.
I think that it definitely will have an impact on my future. I think things like sea level rise will affect me. I might be displaced from my home because of sea level rise.
I think it will. With the sea levels rising, we may not be able to visit some countries in the future, and just maybe being moved around and not knowing where to go.
In my future, climate change may affect it, but I'm not sure how.
I feel like there might be more droughts in the future and more severe storms and stuff like that, but I really hope it does nothing too dangerous. And
I think climate change might affect me as the weather is changing and we don't know how hot it's going to be tomorrow or the next day. We may not know what it's going to be like in the future.
Climate change does worry me because of the effect it's having on the animals and our Earth. I don't believe there's anything we can do to reduce the carbon emissions because people still need to get around, but I think we could reduce it, but we can't stop it altogether.
Climate change does worry me a lot, and I think that everyone needs to take a stand into slowing it down. We can do anything from volunteering to cleaning up our towns or to limiting the time we spend in the shower. Simple things like that are important to make sure that we aren't destroying our world.
That doesn't really worry me.
Climate change worries me about our future. I think we need to, as a country and as a planet, we need to work together. And I think that as a person, I need to make my steps to try and improve what is going on right now.
it does worry me a bit. I'm a bit worried for the future, and big storms and quite scare me a lot, but I don't know what we could do to prevent that we're not already doing.
There's not any new changes or innovations I think could help climate change. I do believe they already exist. I just think being able to promote them properly and to everyone is what would make the change.
I think electric cars are really a good way to start to slow down climate change.
I can't think of any technologies that could help us reduce climate change.
We can cut out the emissions from the petrol and diesel cars that we have right now.
Stop using like things that can like affect the climate and stuff, like petrol cars, I think.
I think that if I wanted to work in environmental studies, it would be really hard for me to do this with things like deforestation and habitat loss happening due to climate change.
A bit of advice I would give to specifically the government would to be promoting ways to reduce climate change, promote ways we can recycle better and take care of our earth better.
Governments and business leaders need to really make sure that they are taking environmentally friendly approaches to the way they do things, because they're just thinking about now, but we need to think about the future, and we need to think that if what our practice is sustainable.
If I could change the earth, I think I would promote a lot more recycling, and I think working to find a healthier way with planes, diesel, things like that, because of the effect it's having. I think we should be worrying about the whole earth, because it's not just specifically New Zealand that's being targeted.
If I had the chance to make the world a better place, I would make sure that everyone is educated on the effects of their actions and how it can contribute to climate change, and how everyone can take small steps to have a big and positive impact.
To make the world a safer place and to like try stop climate change, I just want to like volunteer to any organisations that are like trying to stop climate change, and give to charities that are trying to do that kind of stuff, and stop using things that could be harmful for the climate and stuff. So yeah.
I don't believe that students are very worried because they don't think it affects them. When they throw a piece of rubbish on the ground, things like that, they think someone else will pick it up, it will get cleaned, but then when it gets picked up by a bird, when it gets blown away, then that is rarely where the issue is, but they don't see that.